thinking about something, and actually it comes up quite a bit in my life. So I don't know what exactly this is, and I don't know if you guys go through this, but I kind of feel like it's like, don't be so smart that you're stupid. Okay, so that's kind of where it starts. Don't be so smart that you're stupid. On my Facebook, I have a little thing at the front. It says the dumb smart ones, and essentially I wrote that, gosh, 20 years ago. I don't know, how long has Facebook been around? 10 years ago. But it still rings true. It's one of those things. So the dumb smart ones, or don't be so smart that you're stupid, right? It's kind of like this. It's like if you're thinking about something. So just an easy example. Let's say, like I'm doing yard work, right? I'm going to stop for a minute so we can just talk. Actually, there's some shade. Let's go over to the shade. Like, I'm doing yard work, and I could think, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to get a bunch of sand and gravel, and I'll make some cute mounds, little garden mounds with my tree. I got a couple orange trees, right? And different bushes. And I'll make some, raised little garden areas and walkways in between. You've seen that in yards. Everybody does that. It's beautiful. It's cute. I could do that and go get some rocks, some sand, and set up my yard the way I kind of want it, right? But then my thoughts instantly go into all of the, possibilities and outcomes. Because, of course, I want to be really smart in this decision. I want to really think it through. And that's what we've been trying, just to think it through. So then I start thinking about it, and it's like, but then the water is going to cause the rocks to recede out. The land will eventually level. It won't be mounds. It's just going to be a big mess. You're going to have to go in there and rake it all up, probably buy more sand, then get more rocks, do it again. And it's just not going to work. Eventually it's just going to level out, right? So, and that could be 20 years from now that would happen. But it doesn't matter, because my brain has already decided that, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and then at the end, you're just going to end up with this flat-ass yard again anyway. So, never mind. We're not going to do that. We're just not even going to do that. And over and over, decisions in my life have come down to that, right? Like, I was deemed able to do any of the careers I wanted to do. You take those tests in college. I had gotten real high scores and IQ scores, and was in like the gifted classes and such. I know you can't tell now. I've had numerous brain surgeries. Please don't judge me. But there was a time where I had, all the opportunity. I still have all the opportunity, but it was more, on paper visible. And so, of course, my brain's going, oh, I could be president of the United States of America, right? And that one was, and then you're going to have your lobbyists are going to want you to do this, and they're going to try and sell you out to do that, and you're not going to do it. And then they're going to hit this smear campaign on you, and then they're going to, smear your name through all this stuff, and then eventually, they'll discredit you, and everything you did was for naught. So, we're not going to do that. Not going to be president, right? And we could be a lawyer, we could be a judge. All of them have these dire endings that, never mind, I'm not going to do it. I was going to be a writer, and I went to college and took all the writing courses, writing 101, 102, 103, 104, 202, 203, 223, 240. It ended up now where I had to actually decide what I was going to do with this writing, because now I had done all the other stuff. I had to start going into my specialized writing field. Am I going to be an editorial writer? Am I going to, be an editor? Am I, what am I going to do? And then it hit me that, you're going to go, you're going to get a job, you're going to be writing all these things, and eventually they're going to come and they're going to be like, we need 15,000 words on, tapeworms or tree fossils. Tree fossils, I might actually both of those, I might enjoy some of the research, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be doing it because I have to do it and because they're making me do it, and they're taking all the creativity out of it, right? Like, I am a talented writer. I want to be able to write. So writing for all these people was something that I was like, yeah, never mind, I'm not going to do that. And of course, I saw that eventually you can write for yourself, right? When you got the money and stuff. So you do that, you get the money, and then you can go on and write your own things. But it was like, yeah, no, it's too much like work, right? It's got to be another way, another thing, or something I can write at any time, So that got thrown out, right? And so basically just everything kind of gets thrown out because you see too far to the end and you basically finalize that that's the only outcome. You're so dang smart that you've seen how this could play out every other way, and that's your absolute outcome. And so here's our back out. We're gonna back out, right? And so don't be so smart that you're backing out of everything that you're doing, because as we're now learning, it's not just about our experience. In fact, it's barely even about our experience and our smarts and what we've learned and what we know. It has almost nothing to do with how this game goes, because that's just your blueprint, your history background, right? And we all have one. So even though I had all this, gifted and all that stuff, right? I've had 9 brain surgeries. I had a coma, multiple other surgeries, major surgeries, near death multiple times. I can barely think, I can barely walk. I drive constantly because it's the only thing I can do anymore. But I do love this thing. I don't know, this driving and whatever side of life that I'm doing now is less stressful than all the other stuff I was doing back there. But I still come with a deficit, right? I come with this deficit, this injury, brain injury, and that's the most important thing that we have right now in our heart. And after the coma, I couldn't think, I couldn't feel, and so now, literally right after the coma, 2022, I'm finding out about our quantum world. Right before the coma, 2017, 2018, before all this tragedy struck, I was in physics and astrophysics and learning about a lot of this stuff, but I didn't quite, I knew there was something, I call it my red flags. I red flagged everything. It's I gotta look into this because nothing's making sense, right? And so that's where it led me. And so after everything was stripped from me, mind, body, soul, my house, my dog, my family, everything, right? When you come in with absolutely nothing, not even a body, so it's just your soul really navigating you through. And that's when I started to recognize the quantum side of things, and that whole, all the cliches you see at the little stores in the housewares, laugh, love, learn, mind, body, spirit, all those things, right? It's real. It's cliche because they stand the test of time, and they're trying to tell us our universal laws that if they were trying to tell us thousands of years ago something that we, in this day and age, how would we get a message to last that long? How could we do it? It's not like, thousands and thousands of years ago they were just writing books, right? And downloading files on, So anyway, those 3 little words, if I could give them 3 little words for generations, thousands of years, right? Mind, body, spirit. Hope they figured that out. And people would be like, what does that mean? Well, so what it means is what you think in your mind and feel in your heart is what you're going to see in your reality. So everything around here, even your past experience, is designed to make that a really hard game to play, right? If that's how you move your character, then you're going to be thinking back to, oh God, what if we go in another coma every time you get a headache, right? Or, oh God, what if what if I die today? They're real fears based off of what we've seen and what we've been through and lived through, barely, right? Real fears. But they hold no real place in a quantum world, because all they're going to do is stop you from your positive, perfect outcome. So if you can stay focused on your perfect outcome and go, yo, I'm not dying today. That's not for me. That's for the old me. I'm gonna make it. I'm doing this. This is my world today, you know? And you stay on that frequency, because everything all day is gonna try to get you off. You can get the late electric bill, you can get, you know, and you're gonna be like, I'm freaking broke again. And if you think like that, you're gonna stay like that. So you just gotta, okay, no worries. We got this, we got that, and we're gonna have all of this. It's fine, you know, and it will be fine. Just don't let the fears slip in. Don't let those doubts come in. Don't let the side of you that wants to be practical and pragmatic go, is she insane? We're drowning. Don't let them tell you nothing. You know, you can see what the hell's going on. Don't need your negative Nelly brain telling you anything else. You're not accepting that as the outcome. That's all. I see that that's where we're at. We're in this muck. It's like if you're going down a river and you're, you know, fall out the boat and you're paddling downstream and you're drowning, and your friend falls out with you, and you're both going down there, and the whole time they're going, oh my God, we're gonna die, we're gonna drown, we need to get out of this river, and you're both just swimming frantically. Well, we know that. We know the situation where we need to get out. The screaming that we're going to die the whole way down is not going to help nobody. So nobody really does that, I hope. I've not been in situations that dire, kind of, actually. But yeah, nobody was screaming, we're going to die the whole time. That does that. Maybe once at the beginning or whatever, and a couple of scary parts along the way. But for the most part, we're not. And for the most part, you just can't. You have to stay focused on, we got this. We're going to get out. Something's going to save us. And, you know, and then you get saved, right? So you have to stay on the frequency of what you want, not the frequency of what you don't want, right? And save us is not really that good, because you have to actually see the saving, right? You can't just be hoping for the saving, or you're constantly going to be in a place of hoping for saving, right? So that's how quantum works. So anyway, that's what I was thinking about today, is just like how I constantly get myself talked right out of everything I want to do, you know, things I want to buy. Buying is different, because that's a whole thing about worth. We'll go over that at some point too. Needs versus wants. You don't need that. Letting go and getting rid of all those talks, right? Because those are the things that stop you from getting your ultimate outcome and playing the game you want to play. So right now you're still playing the game they want you to play. They don't want you to win. They're trying to win. It's like when you're in a race and they're trying to like throw a branch down or something, so it makes it harder for you. I don't know who does that, but somewhere somebody's doing stuff like that. Try and make your run harder, make it where you have to, you know, whatever. And anyway, that's what it comes down to. So that's a long rant today. I don't even know. That's not a game. That's just staying focused, right? So anyway, stay focused. Love ya. Bye. That didn't start.